to TMZ Live. Big news in the case involving the death of Celeste Rivas. We have told you about singer David, that he is in the crosshairs of prosecutors. All but certain he will be indicted for her murder, and we'll get into that. But his very close friend, now ex-friend, Neo, has turned on him, and Neo says he has receipts that will show what really happened here.
If you're David, there are two posts that you saw your ex-friend Neo put up that have got to make you a little nervous. Because,
more than a little.
Right, because it started late Friday when Neo, remember, Neo is the guy that got arrested in Montana last month because police brought him back here to go before the grand jury. So we clearly believe that he has information about Celeste's death.
We should say that Neo and David were very close, that he was at David's house all the time. We know from our law enforcement sources, and we told you about this, that they are really interested in the mysterious trip that David took in the middle of the night to a remote area of Santa Barbara last spring. And they think it has to do with Celeste's disappearance/death. There were rumblings we got from law enforcement that they believed that Neo was in the car. He makes it very clear in these posts that he has nothing to do with this, with her death.
So this is where the worm starts to turn, where Neo backs up the bus, starts to back it up over David, saying, "I've told so many people that I trust and I thought knew me as a person, my side of things. All for that to be thrown out the bleeping window as soon as I get arrested and they slap that blankhead's name next to mine."
And that's David he's
referring
talking
to David.
about.
Yes.
So clearly he's turned. I will tell you this. I think from information I have that David was blindsided by this, that I don't think they knew that Neo had turned as of Friday afternoon, but they know now. And by the way, what Neo posted was not public. It was part of his private story
Only
on Instagram.
very close friends could see it.
So we got hold of it.
Right.
And so that's very clear. Now, there's another thing that happened over the weekend with Neo, and we're going to get into this with Mark Garagos in a minute. But Neo posted something where he was saying, "I'm done talking about this publicly." The key is here, he said that he wants to...
At the end of the day, this case isn't about me. It isn't about you, the fans. It's about getting justice for the victim and her family.
That word victim is something
that
everybody overlooks.
To Celeste as a victim.
So here's why it's so important. The medical examiner, we know, has had enormous trouble establishing cause of death because the body was so decomposed and just in terrible shape when it was found in the back of David's Tesla in early September. And so they had trouble. We don't know if they've ever been able to establish cause of death, but there are options here. Could have been a drug overdose. It could be murder. But if it's a drug overdose, you wouldn't refer to the person who died as the victim. It doesn't. It's not really a victim. It's not.
You could, but I get your point about.
If you do it to yourself, it's not. You're not necessarily a victim. Victim to me is homicide. And this could be really important if the case goes to trial. So let's bring in my co-host of Two Angry Men, Mark Garagos. Mark, what about that word victim? To me, this is really important.
I don't disagree with you. Charles is right, as usual, that you could make an argument that that does not necessarily mean that it's criminal. But I will tell you what I think has happened here, and I've got pretty good transparency on this. What happened is when Neo refers to, he's been telling everybody what was happening. That is true. He told third parties who then got to Beth Silverman, who is the DA in this case. Beth is in major crimes. Beth is not, contrary to all the people who were saying this was an investigative grand jury. I call BS on that. This was a criminal grand jury from the get-go. And by the way, that's to your point, Harvey, about the medical examiner. It's unprecedented, but they went not once, not twice, but 3 times to a judge to get an order to basically shut down the medical examiner because the medical examiner was not on board with where they were headed. When Neo started talking to a third party, that third party got to Beth. That is when Beth turned up the heat. That is when Lauren Conlon, frankly, discovered, or at least showed me, the filings that had been done in Texas where they did not seal some of that. And that's where it was revealed that David was a target, where it was revealed that they were looking for people to roll on him. And when I say roll on him, that's exactly what Neo has done.
Oh,
Neo
absolutely.
is not. He is now focused on David, and he's telling the story as he knows it, and this is David's worst nightmare.
Mark, I agree with you that there's no other way to look at this other than Neo is distancing himself and making David sound like David knows something about how Celeste died. If he's not involved, at least knows. But if he has all this information, he says he's got all these receipts, why does it at least appear that he didn't have a lot to say to the grand jury when he got called in? Because he was in there for, what was it?
40 minutes.
40 minutes? Doesn't seem like that was the grilling we expected him to get.
I think what's happened, frankly, is once again, connecting the dots. I think there has been a request for immunity. I think he is invoked. I think he is worried, and his lawyer is worried about any kind of obstruction or any kind of accessory after the fact. The trips that were taken out of LA County are, if you were to design the factual scenario for an accessory after the fact, those would fit that the legal definition of somebody who is an accessory after the fact. I think the reason he was in there was to assert his Fifth Amendment rights. They probably went through that. And he said, no, I'm invoking the Fifth. They're now negotiating. And my guess is that either he or his attorney are now doing to Beth a proffer of some kind, saying, you give me immunity. This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to tell you. And they're jumping through the hoops. This is a state case, not a federal. Federal, this would have been done already because the feds do this every single day.
I think, I don't know this, but I think he probably has already received immunity because that would be the reason he would turn on a dime this way.
And publicly
where David wouldn't even necessarily know it. But, I agree with you. I mean, there's no way he didn't take the Fifth because they had somebody who had interacted with him, a manager. He was there for 2 days. 40 minutes, he took the Fifth. And I think it's a done deal. And that's going to be a problem for David if Neo is right that he has all this information.
He talked to a third party. We know that from his posting. The third party presumably was the manager. The manager was in there detailing everything he said, to which that is when the DA is then focused on him saying, we know what you told others. Right. If you don't want to be in the crosshairs as an accessory, as a co-conspirator, you now need to talk. And when they start talking that way, the lawyer's duty and obligation is to assert the Fifth, get your immunity. They may have now gotten the immunity, but if they had, it wouldn't have been at the time that he was only in there for 40 minutes.
Where are you right now?
Yeah,
it's really pretty.
Where are you? Are you grilling later today?
What do you do? You're not at home, are you?
He's got propane tanks behind him. What kind of backdrop is that?
Where are you?
What are you doing?
I'm in the bucolic La Cañada neighborhood, and because Harvey moved me up, I'm actually standing in a gas station in the back. But it's very
No, you found
idyllic,
that is the prettiest gas station location I think I've ever seen. So kudos to you.
And,
do not light a match.
Thank you.
Do not light a match and throw it over your shoulder.
Back when I smoked cigars, this would have been the most dangerous area in America.
Okay, we'll see you. Thanks for joining.
Mark.
Thanks, guys. Bye, Charles. Bye.
Okay, before we take a break and talk about the Oscars, which we're going to do, I just want to
there was a lot of great stuff that happened at the Oscars.
It was so boring to me. This one really was weird because In the prior award ceremonies, it felt like the torch was being passed from the old to the young. This felt really old to me, where they were making these grandpa jokes about vertical videos with 2 angry men, not 12. And it was like, that's the jokes you guys are telling? We're going to get the young people. It just felt
Right.
so,
There was another bit
felt so
where
corny.
Conan was sort of using meme speak, and they had this gaming background going. Of course, the Academy as a body, they're old, right? They're old people.
I'm old.
And also...
Well, I mean, I'm old.
But also, they're fighting against... They're there to celebrate movies and movies being on a big screen. They're fighting against, which is stupid of them, the inevitable, is that people watch things on their phones.
And if they
don't like it. And they don't like it because they think it means that they're going to die.
And they're going to, and what they need to do is not only accept it, but conform to new technology and new habits. And it just felt like, oh, I'm going to fight these young whippersnappers. And that's honestly the way it felt to me. It was painful.
I mean, there was a moment where Conan even acknowledges, like, we're doing stuff that we think will appeal to a younger audience. But the younger audience is not watching on broadcast television anyway.
They were trying to make fun of the people that they were trying to court, which...
You'll be much happier in 2028 when it's on YouTube.
Hold on.
And they'll probably have...
2028.
Hang on.
Okay, we're going to talk about the Oscars when we come back.
Be right back.
Well, there were some things worth celebrating at the Oscars. I know we talked about how it was a little old, it came off kind of old, but the young part...
How many things?
Here's the young part, all right? You want to talk about youth movement, and there was a chance that Timothée Chalamet was going to win Best Actor. That would have been a youth movement.
Not when he wore that suit.
But his white suit didn't work out. Michael B. Jordan won for Best Actor.
And it was a crowd pleaser.
And it was an absolute crowd pleaser. And in fact, I think it really spoke to how people in this town feel about him, because it's not like he's not a guy who's been nominated a bunch of times and didn't win, and this was like, oh, thank God he finally won. This is his first time getting nominated, and I think there are people who would say they wanted him to be nominated before, but everybody was thrilled. Even Tiana Taylor, who's standing next to Leo, who Michael B. Jordan beat, and she's just cheering for Michael B. Jordan.
He's doing it too.
And even Leo's cheering for him.
I mean, that's what you do.
Right.
My favorite part, actually, now that I think about it, was
By the way,
Sean Penn winning. I loved Sean Penn winning.
Yes, and Sean Penn.
And he wasn't there.
And then Kieran
Culkin, yes.
He couldn't be here right now.
Or didn't want to be.
Or didn't want to be.
That was pretty
Which
great.
you know it
Probably
is.
what it is,
You
right.
know it's what it is. And I don't know, they were just, the skits were just so
Oh,
painful.
they were just hard
They were
to watch.
so painful.
And it was like the Sigourney Weaver one with the the Pullmans, and then of course Robert Downey Jr.
That one
and
was
Chris
the most
Evans
painful.
Was the most
Robert Downey
cringy.
and Chris Evans
That one was the most
like,
painful.
Well, also because they're so good.
They're fantastic.
But
together.
who would think that it was even be funny
Yeah,
in
but
the
why
first
did
place?
they think it was funny when they did the rehearsal?
Yeah, with like a parking valet ticket, that's not funny at all.
And Conan, and when Conan was doing the monologue, half of it was, well, I did that one for myself.
Right, yeah, that's true.
It was tough.
Although I did love when Robert Downey Jr. called Channing Tatum Tanning Tatum.
Tanning Chatham thong for Magic Mike is sequin, right? It's got like a mirror ball effect.
The new Adele Dazeem is Tanning Tatum.
I didn't know if he did that on purpose.
He totally had
to diss him, or if he just misspoke.
He had to.
It could have been either.
Could have been either. But I mean,
The most awkward moment, I think, was Barbra Streisand.
yeah.
I mean, man, you know, and it was good that you brought her out for, you know,
For Robert
the way
Redford.
they were and all.
The way they were.
I mean, she was doing
Oh, the way we were.
She was doing the in memoriam for Robert Redford.
I know.
They were.
the way they
Were you just like kind of half
I
watching?
know. I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly what it was. But then she starts singing.
Oof.
And man, it was just rough.
Remember, she has stage fright. She doesn't perform much.
I understand. But then at the end, it's like, she says, thank you all. Thank you very much. No. This was about Robert Redford and all
Yeah,
the people that
right.
died.
Yeah,
I can't believe
she
you
was,
guys are taking shots at Barbra
She
Streisand.
was-
I love Barbra Streisand.
it was a little warbly, you know, a little like.
By the way, just getting back to Michael B. Jordan, one thing that's become a tradition it always happens. At least one Oscar winner brings their trophy after the show to In-N-Out to get. I don't even know if they even actually eat a burger when they go in.
Yeah.
But they always find their way to In-N-Out, and
Do they
the
get
fans
paid
all
for this?
gather. Maybe they do. I don't. In-N-Out might have a great publicist.
Oh, fun fact. I have information.
About In-N-Out?
Kind of.
Probably not.
Kind of. They have an In-N-Out truck
Right.
at the Vanity Fair party.
Yes.
They did? Okay. Great.
This year, Domino's had a truck there.
Oh.
And they apparently paid a ton of money to get a truck
To get the
into
position there?
Yeah. So it was related.
So they were outside. Well, it's not really related.
Well, it's In-N-Out related. It's adjacent, literally.
Because it's food.
It's fast food. I see Harvey's point.
I just find that interesting that Domino's was there.
It's a fact. I don't know how fun it was.
Janet Taylor had a moment.
Who?
Tiana Taylor.
Oh,
Tiana Taylor. I thought you said Janet.
Yeah.
You did.
Janet.
I know you did.
You totally did.
I did not say Janet.
Tiana Taylor,
it's another
after just
Channing Tatum
moments
moment.
after she and her whole cast were on stage celebrating the fact that one battle after another won Best Picture, she had a moment with one of the security guards there, and according to her, a security guard shoved her. This is the moment as she's trying to explain it to people around her.
You're a man putting your hands on a female. Go back, because he's putting his hands on a female. What are you doing? He literally shoved me. He wasn't even her. He was damn near shoving her.
You don't put your hands on me.
I guess not.
Do not put your hands on Tiana Taylor. So according to some people we were talking to connected to Tiana, they said that she was trying to get back on stage with the rest of the cast and crew, and this security guard either didn't recognize her or something, but shoved her back, and that's why she got so upset. She just felt like it was unnecessary. We actually, despite all that, where she clearly was upset, she went out to the Warner Brothers party at Craig's after we got her as she was walking out, and seems like she's willing to just let it all go.
I saw like a video where this guy put hands on you or something. Are you good?
It's all good.
Yeah, they can't stop your shine, you know? You already know
I don't
that.
think it's trying to stop Sean. It's just everybody's having a good time, and you know, security was just doing a lot.
They were being extra.
It's
Listen,
always that one. But I'm fine.
yeah, a lot of people were
I'm
wondering.
happy. I mean, there's nothing to wonder. I think the first thing people do is definitely, you know, make assumptions.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I just don't tolerate disrespect, especially when it's unwarranted and it's unprovoked. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Who made the assumption? I guess she's saying the security guard made some assumption.
Yes.
Well, I mean, but look, in defense of security, and they were wrong to do that to her, but this was a target last night. I mean, everybody was talking about this, that the Oscars was a target.
There's going to be heavy security, but that's not what she's talking about.
But like you,
Well, they were
she
wrong.
was
The guy
she
was
was
wrong
on
to
the
do it.
stage just before. She's trying to
No,
get back on.
right. The guy
It's a
shouldn't have.
celebrity, right? Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
And she's in the front row, so
Exactly.
she's sitting
It's
next
like
to Leo.
there's
So
no
the guy
way you
must have,
haven't seen her
that's
all
right.
night long.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right.
It doesn't make sense.
All in all, though, man, I'm telling you, it just felt like, I don't know, it just felt.
When was the last time that you saw an Oscars that you were
I couldn't believe he watched.
Actually,
This is the
I watched
recurring
it for 3
conversation.
hours.
It started at 4 o'clock.
I watched for 3. Well, I watched for 3 hours.
He got in like
I
2
know you
hours
did.
before his bedtime.
No, but I mean, I watched for 3 hours.
I mean, even the
and
last,
it just was.
even the last award when they had Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman reunite from
That was
Moulin
awkward,
Rouge.
too.
It was awkward because nobody really knew the movie. People were, they sang from it, and people were like, what are they doing?
I had to look it up. I was like, what do they keep referring to? I'm like, what movie were they in?
Yeah, it was
I
just-
had to look it up, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, no, it just felt like musty to me.
Yeah.
That,
Also, they missed the moment. Nicole Kidman should have done a line from her AMC thing.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
she was going to do that.
Didn't she?
That would have been
But
more
didn't she do
populous.
that? I thought she
People
did that
would have
last
known
year.
what the hell that
I thought
was.
she did that last year.
Did she?
though.
Well,
I
that'll
think
never
so.
grow old.
well, the good thing is that most of the people who watched were so old they wouldn't remember last year, so it would
They're all
feel
dead
fresh.
Or they passed.
Yeah, DeAndre Dallas. I think the situation with Tiana Taylor is interesting because from what we can see, you know, it really looked like she was trying to stand up for herself, and she felt really uncomfortable with the way that security was interacting with her. So kudos to her for speaking up for herself, and I think it's a good reminder reminder for us at home that behind all the glamour and the gowns and the hair, these are still just real people navigating like high pressure situations in front of the entire world.
Well, I don't know how normal they are, but
yeah, and also, I mean, everybody says high pressure. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's pressure. There's a lot of people. That's about it.
Coming up.
On one level, I'd say this is the biggest story in all of sports. Donna Kelce and the renovations that we first told you about last week, well, guess what?
They have come to fruition.
The renovations are underway as we speak.
Check the video out.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
BB Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too.
Did you just say look at the water?
I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at.
TMZ.
You know, on one level, I'd say this is the biggest story in all of sports. But actually,
why are you living it as sports?
You're right. It goes way beyond sports, touches so many areas of our lives.
This made it to the Empire State Building.
Donna Kelce and the renovations that we told you about, we first told you about last week, well, guess what?
They have come to fruition.
The renovations are underway as we speak.
Check the video out. This is the company that is delivering 9 windows.
Those are fresh windows right there.
Now, we have details. They're putting them in Donna's condo in Florida. We have learned they are not tinted, which I find interesting because of the heat. No, it actually helps. It helps to tint with heat. And also, furniture won't fade as much.
Right. Especially
when you
in Florida,
have tinted
by
windows.
the way.
I mean, you don't know which direction her windows are facing.
But no, they did the front.
Are they south facing?
They did the front and the back. So one of them's facing the sun, and they're
not necessarily.
None are tinted.
What if it's not?
You can never be too careful in Florida. The second thing is it's double paned, which does cut down on noise.
But also, more importantly, keeps in your air conditioning.
Which is something that she had an issue with.
Right.
And she talked about it.
Yeah, it's to lower your energy bills.
She talked about it in the New Heights podcast. There she is.
Yeah.
She is kind of overseeing the work. She looks agreeable.
Seems happy with it so far.
Now, we should note that the doors did not come today.
We have not seen the doors.
We're not talking Jim Morrison and Ray Manzarek.
Right.
We are talking R.I.P.
Actual doors.
We are talking actual doors. This is the biggest story we've done.
It really is. It's huge. Everyone's still talking about it. They look good.
Are we still going to pretend like this is...
I'm not pretending.
Right, let's go ahead.
I'm not pretending. This is real talk.
Look at her actually supervising the work herself.
I mean,
right? I mean, if someone else do it, she's out there making sure they're doing a good job.
Because honestly, that's what you got to do. The devil's in the details.
Right.
And if they know you're watching, they will screw in the things, just
No
one
shortcuts.
extra thing.
Right.
And, well, it's true that it's better to oversee than not.
Right.
It is just simply, why are you laughing? This is...
He's not taking this seriously.
This is legit.
I'm sorry. This is legit. This is very, very important. Wait. What did we find out? Hold on, they're cleaning the windows. They're cleaning the windows
now
right
you're
now.
making fun.
They are cleaning the windows.
This is a legit story.
Finishing touch.
Charles doesn't get it. This is my favorite story. This is my favorite story.
Hey guys, Ashley here from Las Vegas. I cannot believe that I'm here for the biggest story of the year.
Yeah, how about that?
And, you know, I was telling my friends, you guys have always been on the forefront of groundbreaking stuff. And I need the distraction from actually historically groundbreaking things. And of course, opinions may differ there. I am a Swiftie, so this for me is historically groundbreaking.
What's your take on the doors? Because we're waiting to see. What do you think? Should she stay with the white, or would you go with something?
No, you can't go with wood.
No,
you can't go with like wood grain. You can't do that.
Can't do that.
No,
Well, the HOA.
The HOA.
HOA probably all over.
The HOA, and white oak is kind of 2025, and so I don't know the possibility.
No, she's got to paint it white. I'm telling you, Ashley, just trust me on this.
Wow.
We have sources.
We'll have more information to come. Well, one of Hulu's most popular shows is put on hold for now. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was in the middle of shooting, or about to start shooting. They were shooting season 5. Season 4 is out now. It's a huge hit for Hulu. But season 5 has now been put on ice because of some drama with one of the main stars, or arguably the main star, Taylor Frankie Paul. And there was some dispute with the father of her child, Dakota. And these two have had other blow-ups in the past.
That ended up in police.
Yes, with arrests being made. But this one, whatever it is, was serious enough that they decided, we're told by multiple people involved with the production, that cameras were put down and they are not shooting until, as someone put it, until this gets sorted out.
So this is really interesting because, you know, there was a domestic violence allegation last time, arrest, and yet production kept going. And for them to pull the plug on a hit show, it is mysterious, but really interesting.
Yeah, I think it kind of gives a lot of context that this must have been something pretty intense between these two. I mean, we've watched them now for 4 seasons. Season 4 of Mormon Wives just dropped. So they immediately picked up cameras to start filming season 5. And Dakota and Taylor do have a child together, Ever, and have been kind of going through this custody battle with Ever.
So were the police called this time?
It's unclear. But obviously, if the police were called the first time and there's literally body cam footage from that first season of Taylor getting arrested, I wouldn't doubt.
She was on the pre-show, ABC's pre-show yesterday.
And the reason she was on ABC's pre-show is because after the Oscars, the new season of The Bachelorette debuted, and Taylor Frankie Paul is this season's Bachelorette.
So if she's going to be on The Bachelorette and they're promoting it, what was it that caused them to pull the plug on Secret Lives? Because
The Bachelorette's already shot.
Yeah, but
so that's all done.
No, I understand. But if there's something really serious, why even bring her on if it's really serious?
Well, it's already planned.
No, but they still, if there's something that serious, you just kind of let it slide. But they brought her on TV on the biggest show ABC has.
It also makes you wonder, like, maybe the other women didn't want to continue filming with Taylor. You know, they have a big say in how the show goes. Sometimes production can only do as much as they can to get them all together.
Could it be jealousy that she's doing The Bachelorette?
No, they've been supporting her throughout this entire thing. They told her to stop being with Dakota.
Whatever happened with, we know that it involved Dakota, whatever happened.
Yes.
So it's not like it wasn't the other.
No, and the women have always wanted her to
going
not
after
be
her.
with Dakota.
So we don't know what it is, but it's got to be something really serious for a production company to stop.
To completely halt, yeah.
Coming up.
We have an update on the Iranian war. There's a report that is out there about the new supreme leader in Iran. The report says that Khamenei has a big secret. And that secret is...
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. We have an update on the Iranian war that I never, ever would have suspected. But this is a report that is out there about the new supreme leader in Iran.
The son of the Ayatollah who was assassinated.
Well, the report says that Khamenei has a big secret. And that secret is that he is gay. This is an actual report that, according to the New York Post, they're quoting intelligence sources that, and in fact, those intelligence sources say that this information has already been shared with President Trump. Now, President Trump's reaction is one part of the story, but the other part of the story is...
You get killed for that in Iran.
Exactly. This is the kind of thing that people get killed for in Iran.
So
why?
But here's the thing about it, that if he is gay, I have no idea, but if he is gay, it is what
clearly would have to keep it a secret.
Well, and also, it is what it is. And it's not like there are people who will risk their lives to try and be themselves.
Right.
And it's not crazy to think that somebody would do that in Iran, even though
I'm
it's
sure
life or death.
do, but not the supreme leader.
That's what you say. I mean, but...
Well, it's this hard. How would the supreme leader be able to...
Well, he wasn't the supreme leader before. This guy was pretty private. He never even gave a speech.
Yeah, he is not the guy that everyone thought was going to become the new leader. there's another son that they actually thought would become the leader.
And this guy, apparently,
So maybe, I don't know, maybe it is.
He led a private life.
Yeah.
I mean, he's never really spoken in public, never had a debate or anything like that.
He may have never expected this, but the fact is that that attack that killed Khamenei may have also injured the other supreme potential person in line. This is a really big conflict for a Muslim nation to deal with. This is a country where they stone people to death for just being gay. So it's a very, very strange development. I don't think it'll change any strategy or tactics and things like that militarily, but Trump's reaction of laughing is just pure Trump.
The report says that when this information...
Well, he might be laughing because it's sort of like, we may not get him, but they will.
No.
You think that's the sort of reaction is like, we don't even have to, they'll take care of our problem for us.
The way it's described in the report does not make it seem like that's what the laughter is about, because it's not only, the report says not only did Trump laugh about it, but there was another...
who is still laughing over it.
Government official who laughed for days about it.
But the snickering is about it being an Iranian official, an Ayatollah, not just in general snickering about a gay leader, because in another European nation this would go by without.
Didn't the report also say that he's had a long-term relationship with his tutor?
Yes.
With his tutor.
Yes, sort of like an Alexander the Great and Aristotle sort of relationship over time.
Yeah, that's relatable.
Yeah, wow. That's great.
Well, that's a very famous tutor. That's a very famous tutor and leader. I don't know.
You reach back to Aristotle.
They had a very famous relationship, an unspoken relationship.
You can talk about Super Nanny or something.
Sorry, everyone.
Jean-Claude, New York City. And I think that if they're doing so much digging, they should find out if he's a top or bottom, and if Grindr's coming over to Iran.
Okay, it's not a Grindr thing.
And I'm quite certain, I'll just go ahead and answer that one. Grindr is not going to Iran.
That Grindr is not going to Iran.
Well, coming on the heels of the birthday wish that David and Victoria Beckham sent to their son, Brooklyn, you would have thought maybe there's a chance that he would do something and reach out at least to Victoria, because yesterday was Mother's Day in the UK. Well, he actually did put up a post for UK Mother's Day, but it was for Nicola's mother, his wife's mother, his mother-in-law, and it was, oddly, a belated birthday post. Yesterday was not her birthday, but he put this up yesterday saying, happy birthday.
I think there's a reason.
To the best mother-in-law, love you so much, and hope you had the most amazing day.
So
to put that up,
he did it on Mother's Day for a reason. That if he would have done it on her birthday and then ignored Mother's Day entirely, people would say, well, he's just shading his mother.
Right.
This is double shade, doing it on Mother's Day, making it a belated birthday thing, but doing it on Mother's Day to thank her the way he did. This is over. This relationship
very petty,
is
especially from the guy who was accusing his parents of doing everything on social media for performance.
It's definitely hypocritical, but also he could have been way shadier and just said to the best mom ever. Because technically your mother-in-law becomes your mom.
Yeah, but
he said mother-in-law, which was a little like maybe
he made
nice.
the point,
Devin,
though.
you are, come on.
He made the point. And, look, I hate to say it, his wife is putting him up to this. I mean,
yeah, we've known that from the beginning.
But I don't know how much of
That's not fair.
I think she is.
He's having to take a side here, and you take the side with your wife.
Right, he's taking the side of his wife, but that doesn't mean that Nicola is making him do that. Look, maybe he's just choosing that, guys. It is possible.
I don't know. Did you see you remember when he posted that big thing on his story? He might have been held at gunpoint.
Oh, come on.
No, you're joking, but
I'm not joking. I don't think it's fair to her to say that she's forcing him to do this, because it could be his choice.
So here's the argument.
He is definitely pissed at his mom, and so he could be making these decisions all on his own, not because of Nicola's.
Here's the argument. On their wedding day, when this whole thing started, and Mark Anthony said, I'm going to have you dance Brooklyn with the most beautiful woman in the room, your mom.
Right.
Nicola runs out crying.
Right.
His mom is a victim of this. And the dance they did, where she supposedly was grinding and all that, they had done dances on social media just like that, the two of them, before. So Victoria really didn't do anything, and if she did anything, it wasn't that bad. And it was Mark Anthony that triggered it. And for Nicola to carry this torch, I don't think he's behind it as much.
But that also could have been the last straw, Harvey.
I think she's a marionette here. I do.
Hi, my name is Niklaus, and I live in Los Angeles. And I just want to say that it's a no for me on Brooklyn and Nicola. And I do believe Nicola is a little puppet master and Brooklyn is just
there you go.
disrespecting his mother who fed him with a silver spoon his entire life. And that is just
That
not
wasn't a silver
posh
spoon.
and very tacky. And I just think you have to have more respect for your mother. Come on. And I understand family dynamics are hard and you need to respect your wife. But also, I do believe, sir, what are you doing? Justice for Victoria. And I would love to be her
Justice for
son-in-law.
Victoria.
For Victoria.
I love that.
Come on.
Oh, God.
Coming up.
The fact that Zendaya was at the Oscars as a presenter last night meant everyone was wondering, is she married or not? So, of course, last night she's at the Oscars and LaRoche was there also and had a couple of different yet very similar responses when asked about the wedding.
So she's married?
That's what I said.
Be right back.
The fact that Zendaya was at the Oscars as a presenter last night meant everyone was wondering, is she married or not?
Not.
Told you a couple of weeks ago, her stylist, LaRoche, was at the Actors Awards and said that she and Tom Holland were already married. Tom Holland and Zendaya have not said a thing about it, so nobody knows.
Well, which means he was joking.
That's what we think. So, of course, last night she's at the Oscars and LaRoche was there also and had a couple of different yet very similar responses when asked about the wedding. This is what he told The Hollywood Reporter.
The last time you were at one of these carpets, you made a lot of headlines, okay? Talking about the wedding has happened. Did you think that that would blow up the way that it did?
I think the weather is really amazing today. It's so sunny. It's a little warm, but it's beautiful. There's no rain.
All right, so just avoid it altogether. And then also Extra asked him, and he simply said this.
Last time you were on the carpet of the Actor Awards, you caused a bit of commotion.
I heard I did.
With a comment you said.
Yeah.
Would you care to clarify any comments you made?
No.
So she's married?
That's what I said.
She's married. We got the confirmation.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I mean, this
sorry.
this has people confused all over again.
Not confused.
Because if you remember when he first made the claims that, like, oh, you guys missed it, they already had their wedding. Zendaya's mom posted on social media, like, reposting his interview with laughing emojis. So people are like, oh, it's just a joke. It's not really a thing. But then he's, like, kind of standing on his original comments when he's saying,
right,
like, I said what I said.
It was a
his
joke.
original comment
Which was
that
a
it was a
joke.
joke.
Yeah, his original. If they were married, number one, if he said that and it was real, Zendaya and Tom Holland would say something.
Now, the only thing is, they are famously very private.
Yes.
So is it possible they just were never going to say anything about?
And she's been wearing that band.
And he would and still be with them? No. It's a joke. Okay.
All right.
Every weekend, we put polls up on the website to see how you feel about things, important things like Donna Kelce.
Exactly.
Here are the results.
Donna Kelce's remodel story, ridiculous or we smell Pulitzer? That's not Pulitzer you smell.
Well, we got 21%. Okay, that's something. Kris Jenner says no involvement in Kim's sex tape. I believe her, or
they're definitely going pants
on fire.
They're definitely going pants on fire.
By a lot.
Wow.
By a lot.
Huh. Well, we're going to find out. Hollywood publicists, upstanding profession or thugs?
Look at that. Wow. Okay, last one. Tom Brady hooking up with Scooter Braun's ex. Tom violated bro code. Okay, I'm praying for this one.
Ooh, wow.
Bro code
This is gonna be
stupid.
interesting. This is
Please.
interesting.
Yes. That's exactly the way it should be. Except it should have been 91.
I'm shocked.
Coming up.
Welcome to Temptation Island on wheels.
Temptation Island on
Temptation
wheels.
Island on wheels.
A 2-hour
That's what
tour.
happens when the After Dark tour is hosted by one of the stars of Temptation Island.
Be right back.
Welcome to Temptation Island on wheels.
Temptation Island on
Temptation
wheels.
Island on wheels.
A 2-hour
That's what
tour.
happens when the After Dark tour is hosted by one of the stars of Temptation Island.
Ashley G. And she had the bus lit with Coach West, one of the best DJs in town. And since it's St. Patrick's Day on Tuesday, we started off with Jameson's on Hollywood. Delicious peanut butter shots. Everyone got an icy cold peanut butter shot. Have you ever had one?
I've never had a peanut butter. Are they good?
You would be obsessed with it.
Is it really there's peanut
like
butter?
white chocolate. It's
No,
like
it just
thick.
tastes like peanut
so
butter.
So good.
It's probably Bailey's and something else.
It's
right?
incredible.
It should be Jameson since it's Jameson.
Okay.
Now, usually the drag shows are reserved for brunch, but we went to Beaches WeHo next, and there was a drag show, a nighttime drag show, and we usually don't get that. And let me tell you, nighttime drag shows, spicier. That's all I have to say. They're spicier.
And by the way, these are all free for the price of admission on the bus.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
FREE.
It's nuts.
Okay, I don't think we
Charles
should go
hates the
around
word
free.
free.
Well, it's
don't go around the word free.
Okay, $69, you get shots, you go to these bars, I mean, come on.
And the Saddle Ranch, my favorite
And
bar
the Saddle
of
Ranch.
all.
Value
we
added.
Can't say enough about the Saddle Ranch. And she rode the bull, Ashley G did. And
Shots?
Of course, shots too. And sometimes they give us chicken and
Unbelievable.
snacks. Best tour ever.
What's wrong with us?
Thank you, Ashley G and Coach Wes for these DJs also.
That's
We have the best
great.
DJs in town.
Okay, what else you guys want to talk about?
Hi, my name is Esperanza from Bedford, Texas. In regards to the David case, Neo calling her a victim carries a huge implication and naturally raises questions about what he might know. And it seems after this fallout that he's ready to talk.
Oh, he seems ready to talk. Just
I think Mark
depending
nailed
on
it.
who he's talking to.
I think Mark nailed it when he said that there's negotiation going on for immunity.
I think it's done.
Oh, that his immunity deal
I
is done.
think that's why he's talking now.
He wouldn't be posting what he's posting unless he already had
Exactly.
that.
One more.
I'm Allie from Boston, Massachusetts, here to talk about Michael B. Jordan's win. And he celebrated at In-N-Out, which I thought brought such a cool sense of normalcy and relatability after one of Hollywood's biggest nights of the year. I mean, I used to go to In-N-Out after middle school swim meets to celebrate wins, and here he is with his Oscar amongst the fans. And I also think if you look at him there celebrating with the fans, he is in there, he's taking pictures, he's smiling, he's signing autographs. You compare this to any video of Chappell Roan interacting with fans, he is genuinely appreciative of all the support, and I think he deserves all of the future success. He loves his fans, and he can see it right here how much people care about him, and he is reciprocating. He knows he wouldn't be anywhere without the fans, and I
Well, if he was reciprocating, he would have bought them all in and out.
Burgers for everybody.
Yeah, really.
Coming up.
We almost missed the best video from the Oscars. And we thankfully remember. Yes, there was nearly a huge accident.
Be right back.
This just in.
We almost missed the best video from the Oscars. And we thankfully remember. Yes, there was nearly a huge accident. Or a minor accident with Priyanka.
Or no accident.
Yeah, Priyanka Chopra was on her way to the Oscars. She and her husband, Nick Jonas, there, looking dashing in his tux. But their car couldn't get to the theater, so they had to get on a golf court that it almost tipped over.
Okay, so...
Watch, no, what? See, you're laughing.
No, the wheels, no. I'm going to raise a question. Okay.
They had too much weight on the...
I understand.
Yeah.
So could Nick make a joke to Priyanka?
No,
well, it must be.
No, he definitely cannot.
Can't say that.
It's all him.
But he's in the back.
It all tiptoes on. Whatever. He can't make the joke.